Hello everyone and welcome to Blue Spoon Veggie and day 4 of my 12 Days of Christmas series. If you're in need of a rich, tasty recipe for vegetarian gravy, then you're in the right place. And even better, you can make it now and freeze it ahead. This festive version of my gravy is based on my earlier veggie gravy linked below, but with some added flourishes to make it extra special. Although this gravy has quite a lot of ingredients, nothing about making it is difficult, more some gentle and fragrant stirring. To get things off to a festive start, I'm using a peeler to remove a strip of zest from this large orange. Just one of many lovely flavours in this gravy, which all melt into a fragrant finished sauce. All the ingredients you'll need are listed below. Next, let's move on to prepping the various veggies that go into the gravy, starting with celery. Remove and discard the ends, then roughly chop the stems. Set aside all the chopped vegetables as you go. I'll move on to the carrots now. As before, just chop off the ends, then chop roughly. Peeling the carrots is not necessary. Some garlic next. Peel and roughly chop that and add that to the growing collection of veg. Some pretty shallots are up next. Simply peel and chop. Next, a red onion, kind of a big sister to the shallots. Hooray, that's the first round of chopping completed and we're ready to start cooking all this up. Heat the butter and oil in a large pan. I'm using quite a bit of butter to add lots of flavour. Carefully add the veg to the pan. This is when I question my bowl choice, but rather too late. Then add a little sugar to encourage lots of caramelisation and the flavour that will add. After giving everything a good stir, leave it to cook on a medium heat for around 20 minutes, stirring occasionally. After not too long, you'll see the magic start to happen as the buttery vegetables turn golden. Leave that to sizzle away while we spend a little time preparing the next group of ingredients. This is definitely slow cooking, but so enjoyable. Let's chop the mushrooms in a similarly relaxed style as we applied to the other veg. A word on the mushrooms in this recipe. There are two kinds, and mushroom haters need not fear. My partner is the world champion mushroom avoider, and he can't taste mushrooms in this gravy, although I suppose now he knows they're there. With that reassurance in mind, here is the second type of mushroom, and you can leave these out if you don't have any or fancy buying some. I'll bring just a few of these dried porcini mushrooms back to life with boiling water and leave them to sit happily with the other mushrooms until the next trip to the pan. Meanwhile, back at the pan, everything has started to soften nicely, so we're ready to add the next wave of ingredients. Starting with the mushrooms, both chopped and porcini, add the soaking liquid from the porcini too, it's full of flavour. Toss in some herbs too, this is rosemary and thyme. A little tomato puree, which adds a rich taste and some good colour too. And now the aromatic flavourings. We have bay, cinnamon, allspice berries, star anise, cloves and the orange peel I paired earlier. A wealth of Christmassy flavours you can vary according to your own taste. Give that all a good stir, enjoying the amazing warm festive scents as you stir. Then leave to cook gently for 5 to 10 minutes while you make up some stock. I always use marigold stock powder. It has a great flavour, but use your vegetable stock of choice. Add the stock to the pan. Now it's starting to look like gravy. You can leave it to simmer for 15 minutes now before it will need your attention again. After 15 minutes, add in some port, or you could use Madeira or red wine instead. Then a little sherry and some luscious pomegranate molasses. Let that simmer gently for 25 minutes. See how reduced and rich it's become. Our final step is to thicken it a little more with some flour. To do this, scoop some of the liquid into a bowl. Then blend the flour in, gradually blending to a smooth caramel-coloured paste. Return this mixture to the pan, stir in, and then leave to cook gently for 5 more minutes. The gravy has now finished its cooking journey and is glossy and beautiful. So now we can strain out all those flavour-giving vegetables, herbs and spices to leave only a smooth sauce behind. Use a fine sieve and fill with the first batch of the chunky mixture, then leave for a few minutes to drain, turning the veggies over with a spoon now and again. Don't be tempted to press down on the vegetables, as this will make the gravy cloudy and you don't want that. Repeat this process until the pan is empty. Unless you have a very large sieve, which I don't, you'll need to empty the drained veggies from it once or twice. There, a lovely smooth gravy packed with loads of aromatic and delicious flavours. I'll be freezing this for Christmas Day, and we'll cover freezing this and other side dishes in the next video, so keep an eye out for that, or better still, click the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching, and see you again very soon for day 5 of my 12 days of Christmas. Take care of yourself till then.